Welcome back to Layers Anything Goes. Hope you guys having a great and exceptional day. Today's word of the day is Economize. Stands for to practice economy as by avoiding waste. 2024, I'm doing a lot of, I'm working hard to do one thing that I did a lot, that I used to do a lot of in 2023, wasting a lot of time. I shared a post on Facebook from a Facebook friend of mine who I feel, it's a man I've never met before, but I feel like I have way more in common with most of the men that I know right now. And he says that it's funny how people will constantly hit you up when it comes to going out and having a good time and spending money. But when you hit them up talking about how we could make some money, you get crickets. And that's when you know you need to leave those people alone. You know, like if you're in the mood to party, yeah, go hang out with them. But when you're in a serious mood to get things done, leave them the hell alone. You know, I've had to learn to do that, and I'm doing more of that in 2024. Because trust me, I partied enough in 2023 to say this is the year of more. It needs to be the year of more work and less partying, because I had a blast in 2023. Hey, going out this weekend reminded me why I'm not really big on going out every weekend. Number one, and number two, my birthday's in 4 days. Or heck, even going out, hanging out in the area that I live in, because the energy just isn't there. The energy just isn't right. It's not me. So, but constantly being around people who are talking, who are not talking about how you can make some moves, doesn't do it for me. It's like I'm kind of allergic to that kind of culture nowadays. I have a big allergy towards, especially being around other men that don't want to talk about how we can make some money moves. I'm really allergic to that. I'm allergic to being around men who don't want to talk about getting it. I don't want, I'm allergic to being around men that don't want to talk about any sorts of self-improvement. I've always been, especially during the pandemic, I learned that even more so. But I'm way more. I have more of a bigger allergic reaction towards men and people in general, like that. Because the funny thing is, I went to a birthday party, had a good time at this birthday party the other day. But the funny thing was, like, the men, the energy just wasn't right. The energy just wasn't there. And I could just tell that, I'm not going to have anything in common with these men. So when I wasn't talking to the other females in the room, I was just, I was just on my cell phone, and I noticed that happens more and more now, because and nothing against men that are into gaming, animation, and sports, but those are not really my subject matters. My subject matters are, I don't mind talking, when it comes to entertainment, talking about some old school movies, because I'm a big cops and robbers kind of movie kind of guy. Traveling someplace. Those are the things that I consider to be fun and entertaining conversation. When it comes to productive conversations, I usually like to talk about what are the best investments out there, whether it's from real estate, whether it's from cryptocurrency, whether it's from stock markets, individual retirement accounts, self-directed retirement accounts, what are the best banks to bank with, what's the best credit cards to utilize, things of that nature. These are, what are the best businesses to start? What businesses do you have? Do you want to own a business in the future? These are the subject matters that I like to get involved in, because that's how I economize, speaking of the word, my time and my value and my brain power. But a lot of times, a lot of men, like the area that I was in, all they wanted to do was talking about how drunk they got. Like, I like to call it frat boy discussions, how drunk they got, or if somebody's an avid marijuana smoker, how high they got the other day. I'm turning 41 years old. Well, that is not my conversation. The subject matter, I'm not into those subject matters. I'm turning 41 years old on Friday. Okay. That hasn't been my, subject matters of interest since I was in high school, to even talk about something like that. I consider that to be juvenile behavior and juvenile discussions as a grown man. So, but unfortunately, it's like, you have certain people that's the mindset. And, and then they were talking about how broke they are. I'm just like, yeah, I know, because you're spending all your money on crap that doesn't make you money in your sleep. Having these kind of discussions. You work in the dead-end job and you're thrilled to death about it, but certain people, they're stuck in their comfort zone. And I always say the comfort zone is a death sentence. All right. Speaking of which, here's a quote from Drake. He says, "Life can always change. You just have to adjust." If the pandemic didn't teach you that, nothing ever will. We're in an election year. I'm going to keep saying this until the election year is over with. The media is going to pump and pickety pump their brains off when it comes to Donald Trump and Joe Biden. but they're not going to pump on how you're going to be able to increase your income and increase your value. And that's the only subject matter that matters to me in 2024 going forward. And I hope that's the subject matter that matters to you and yours going forward. So on that note, do the great TV things, like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day. Remember, you have no choice in this life today and tomorrow to adjust. If you're comfortable, you're heading for destruction. Make money move, so you're going to live, bro, like a fool. Take care.